Professor? There's something you must come see immediately.
Slow down. Tell me everything, slowly and clearly.
Professor, we have found
Take a breath.
an entrance into the mountain.
An entrance into the mountain?
Yes, Professor. Exactly where the findings we discovered indicated. Incredibly, we were able to decipher the coordinates. It was not easy, I can tell you.
Where is it located precisely?
Precisely on the northeast side of the cliff. Unfortunately, it is covered by a thick layer of ice, probably formed over centuries. If not millennia, inlays are visible. Their shapes are not natural. We are facing an unprecedented discovery.
When was this discovered?
Yesterday morning, Professor. The radio was unusable from there due to the strange magnetism present. I immediately set out to inform you.
What an incredible find! Prepare for immediate departure.
Certainly, Professor. I'll get the sleds ready.
And Johnson?
Yes, Professor?
Pack dynamite. Lots of dynamite.
As good as done.
I'm beside myself with excitement. The work of a lifetime. Could it be one of those legendary civilizations like Atlantis or Mu? Speculation is pointless. I cannot wait to admire it firsthand.
All is ready, Professor. To you goes the honor.
Gentlemen, here, today, we make history. In this remote place, at the edge of the world, we, with me to guide you, have made the most sensational discovery ever recorded in the annals of history. Signs of intelligent life in a place no human has ever set foot before. This will be spoken of for eons to come, and it will radically change everything we thought we knew. Forever.
Professor, everything you requested is ready.
Thank you, Danforth. I would get nowhere with my bare hands. Exactly what I need. The layer of ice that has formed around the rim prevents the lid from being opened. I've done it. Everything needed to make the detonator is contained inside. All that remains is to collect them and mount the charge. Perfect. Now all that's left is to make that dynamite do its thing. Everything is in place. Stay back. We did it. Let's go inside to check. Atwood? Danforth! Dyer! Organize the equipment, gather the men, tie up the dogs, and follow me. I still can't believe what we have discovered.
Professor,
Such
wait for
magnificence.
us.
Bring the torches. You can't see a thing in here. What do we have here? We need lights. Oh my god, what's in these frozen alcoves? Come see! Gentlemen, within this ice lie organic forms unlike anything we've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
What a sensational discovery!
Hell,
It will not be easy to pierce that layer of ice. Right, Professor?
not at all, Daya.
Professor,
Yes, Atwood.
do you know Pebodi from the engineering department?
Yes, I think I remember him.
He was working on a new type of drill that would do just that for us.
True. The whole campus was talking about it just before we left.
Great. We have to go back to camp to contact the university. The radios don't work here. One more thing we need to figure out. Remain here and keep updating the findings. We'll meet back there later.
Hey, what's this here?
What?
There's something stuck in the ice. Help me get it out. This could be worth a fortune.
You know that everything recovered from an excavation must be handed over to the professor.
Really? And what if I told you that I know someone who will buy it, and you'll never have to work again for the rest of your life?
Sounds tempting.
Let's see what it is first.
The unnatural silence, devoid of life, only the sound of the sea. Lone hadn't heard anything else for days. He felt no pain, but he could not stand. He could only crawl. At least now he could do that, and felt slightly stronger. But where to go? That was the problem. How would he escape from that hellish town? Innsmouth.
I'm still alive. Where to start? Well, it's not exactly easy for me to tell you everything I've been through. There's a turn of phrase that has stuck with me over the years. I read it in one of those collections of fantastical stories that are so popular these days. The author says something about the sea of ignorance in which we all swim, and he is dead on. How I would love to have drowned in that sea, and to have continued my life as if nothing else mattered. Maybe I could have died happy, or at least at peace, but I digress. This all began for me with a call from a certain Armitage, Barkham's Miskatonic University. His brother had gone missing, and all the clues led to a remote coastal town, Innsmouth. And yes, I found Armitage's missing brother. That he was already gone, and from a violent death, chained to the wall of the labyrinthian caves beneath the town. The sole survivor I met was a fellow missionary priest, still alive. The fools. They were crazy enough to believe that they could freely preach their religion in Innsmouth. The priest told me a story I dismissed as mere invention at first. A tiara holding the power to awaken unclean creatures from the fringe of imagination. But in the end, I came to believe his tale. I recovered that unholy relic. There, a shapeless mass, a horror beyond description, surged forth and attacked us. The priest managed to get away. I was not quite so lucky. However, here I stand, able to tell you all of this. And it's from this point on that I want you to hear my story. What the hell? But what? That insane creature grabbed me. After that, I remember nothing. I have to get out of this godforsaken town. At least I'm still in one piece. Smoking disgusts me now. Perhaps that's at least one positive outcome from all this? Anyway, I never learned how to swim. I'd rather die right here than go back in there. Looks like a plank from a broken crate. I'd say, knowing what goes on around here, that the crate was most likely thrown overboard in the scramble to avoid official scrutiny. An idea is forming in my mind about how to get myself over to the other side. Let's give this a try. Some strong-looking reeds. Could come in handy. I can use them to tie the planks together. This should work.
Hey, you! Come over here. Stay out of sight.
Shush. Don't make the slightest sound, please.
Rest at ease. You're lucky you ran into me first. I'm the only one in town you can trust.
I just want to get out of here.
To the northeast, you will find an old abandoned railway that leads out of town. And now, I'll go distract them for you. You get to move on, and keep your head down.
Thank you. I hope I can somehow repay you one day.
A good bottle of whiskey is never unwelcome. Speaking of which... Well, do you have any whiskey for the good Zadok?
Shut up, old man.
Why do we even let this smelly old tramp camp out at our town?
So, about that whiskey. Or would you like me to blab some of your secrets to the guy who works in the drugstore?
After him.
Sure.
I gotta get out of here.
He traveled in seclusion out of fear that they were following him. He managed to get back home, to his Arkham. He couldn't, however, rid himself of the sense of dread he had brought back with him.
I've dragged my sorry self back home. Now comes the difficult part. But first, I must grab some shut-eye and a change of clothes.
Underling number 7, report!
Master.
I hear you have some news of interest for me.
Yes, Master. Sadly, I must report that the Marshes have failed to keep the tiara in our possession for the upcoming ritual.
Very unfortunate. You just can't trust those damn fishmen. But we will remedy that. Continue.
Yes, Master. One of our Innsmouth affiliates reported something extraordinary. Some private investigator was attacked by the unspeakable creature that dwells in the labyrinth of tunnels, yet somehow survived.
What? Nobody has ever survived a Shoggoth. Track him down.
I gotta inform Armitage of his brother's ugly end. Maybe I will also tell him something about the strange tiara, and about Elliot running off with it. Perhaps his contacts can look into all that further. It could actually be dangerous, but who could even tell after all I've been through? Surely they don't lack for weirdness in that town. Armitage?
Lone, you're back? Finally. I've been waiting on news from you for weeks. I was beside myself with worry.
Weeks?
Yes. 33 days to be precise. But enough with the prattling. Have you found my brother?
I'd rather talk about it in person. When can I meet you at Miskatonic?
Immediately.
I'll see you shortly then. No time for that. Armitage is waiting for me. Hi, Mickey.
Hi, Lone. I haven't seen you around in a while.
I've been working here and there.
I see. Take care, Lone.
Right back at you, Mickey.
Lone Carter.
Yes?
Go on in. Armitage is waiting for you.
Thanks. Armitage?
Lone, please come in. Sorry, I was just wandering around studying some texts. You look well.
I have some bad news for you.
Go on.
Your brother didn't make it. I'm sorry.
How did it happen?
I'm not sure you want to know the details right now.
It's what I paid you for.
I found him in the tunnels that run under Innsmouth. I didn't make it in time.
Who did this? Who?
It seems the laws of civilized society mean nothing in Innsmouth. Apparently your brother and Elliot stuck their noses somewhere they shouldn't have.
This Elliot you speak of was dead too?
No, he was still alive when I got there. We both escaped with our lives by a hair. An impossible creature attacked us. I still have no idea how I managed to survive intact. Unfortunately, I don't know where Elliot ended up.
I'll need a few days to make some inquiries. I will get back to you soon. In the meantime, try getting in touch with one of my contacts, a man by the name of William Blanco. He writes for those cheap pulp magazines, but is also an expert on the occult. He often comes by here. He simply devours the rare texts that only we possess. Sadly, I do not know his address or even a telephone number, but I'm sure for a detective of your reputation, finding him will be but a trivial matter. Discuss with him everything you have discovered, and I'm sure he will get back to me.
I'll see you later then, I guess. Melvin Books.
Good morning. How can I serve you?
Name's Lone Carter from next door.
Yeah, I've seen you around, but I haven't bumped into you for a while. You look like one of those investigators from the novels.
Well, without quite as much work, sadly.
Nice to meet you. I'm Calvin. I run this shop. It was founded by my grandfather, Melvin, hence the name.
Nice to meet you, pal. Maybe you can help me out. I'm looking for one of those rags that publishes them hack horror stories.
Something like Weird Tales?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm afraid we're out of stock.
Damn it. It's all right, Lone. It's all right. Do you know of anyone else who sells it locally?
We are the exclusive dealers. Maybe you could find someone in Boston.
I ain't going all the way to Boston just to buy some rag.
I can tell this is important to you. Maybe I can help you out.
Really? Thanks.
Slow down now, slow down. I happen to collect those magazines.
Great. Can you tell me the publisher's name then, please?
There's just one slight problem. In order to keep them pristine, I do not allow even myself to open them. That could damage them.
Why even buy them?
You could never understand the heart of a collector.
What do you want for just a sneak peek?
Do you work in this building?
Yeah, I even live in it, to be honest. What's that got to do with anything?
Perfect. In order to give you the information you're after, I will need you to do something for me first.
Well, ain't you just a smarmy little bastard?
Tread lightly, Lone. It's either this or a trip to Boston for you. Or you can wander around the city asking everyone if they know who publishes Weird Tales.
I could just go to the patent office and ask who registered the title.
You surely could, but the bureaucracy is notoriously slow. Who knows which dusty shelf this one vital piece of information sits on? But I feel you have a certain urgency, and the favor I ask shouldn't occupy you for too long.
Well, get on with it. I might just put some lead in his head. Lone, deep breaths. Dr. Ivory says I need to learn to control my anger.
Do you know Foreman?
Yep. He lives on the same floor as me.
Great! That bastard's been boasting around about having a better collection than mine, which is obviously impossible.
Oh, my breaking heart.
Anyway, I always end up second best at our club meetings. Now, each of us has a list with every item in our collection pinpointed down to the iota. I need you to find Foreman's list, Carter, so I can expose how lacking it is in front of everyone.
Are you aware that breaking and entering is a serious crime?
Of course, but you seem the kind of man who might find small detours from common ethics.
I'll see what I can do. Various physics schoolbooks. I never paid much attention in science class, but I do remember being zapped by static electricity. It seemed like a kind of magic. The rug in my office would probably do the job, provided that the right material is rubbed on it. Monleo, how you doing?
Hello, been a while. Been a month or more that I ain't seen ya.
Yeah, I was busy. How's your mom doing?
Old, but still going strong.
Good to hear. See you soon.
Stop by whenever you like.
Mailman must have been by while I was out. Strange. I was gone for more than a month and there was no mail waiting. And then the moment I'm home, here some is. Lone, I've been trying to get in touch with you for days. I absolutely need you to look into a case I'm working on. Come as soon as you can to the crime scene on Walton Street. A. Logan. Alan. Haven't heard from him in ages. If he needs me, I'm only too happy to help him out.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Wait! Lone, my dear friend!
Alan, I came as soon as I got your letter.
What letter?
This one.
I didn't send you any letter. I would have just called you up on the telephone. You're one of the few who own such a device of the devil.
Witty as always, I see. Someone knew about this case you're on and saw fit to involve me in it. I wonder who it could be.
Well, since you're here anyway, you might as well give us a hand. Just like old times. I slaved like a dog, and you occasionally had a flash of brilliance and solved the case outright.
All the while you were busy scarfing down donuts. Such excesses of sugar intake can block one's higher reasoning faculties, you know?
Same old Lone.
Ritual homicide?
Bud, fill my friend in on this whole gruesome affair.
Certainly, Captain. The landlady called the station this morning to report that she had found Mr. Gillum hanging, mutilated, here in his room, with Sarah Rupert disemboweled in the bed.
Did the lady in question have access to the victim's room?
That has yet to be established.
I spoke with her earlier. Apparently she found the door ajar. I doubt she was lying, given the state of shock she was in. It's unlikely she has the stomach for such a macabre act. We had to call an ambulance to tend to her. She was fainting at my feet.
The corpses were gutted. Liver and pancreas have both been removed. And even more disgustingly, his eyes and mouth have been stitched shut, besides the fact that his lower half is still yet to be found. Records show that the girl over there, Sarah Rupert, did not reside here. It's possible they were dating and she was merely in the wrong place at the wrong time. The victim was a student of parapsychology at Miskatonic University, originally from Haverhill. He lived here to take advantage of the low-rent neighborhood. Probably couldn't afford a room on the university campus.
Difficult for such a person to make mortal enemies. He was most likely just easy prey for our killer due to his withdrawn lifestyle.
We will investigate his acquaintances more thoroughly. In the meantime, feel free to take a look around, but don't touch anything.
Horrible. Who could do such a thing? The victim's blood was collected in this basin. Weird residue lay around it, almost like someone drank from it. Poor girl. A strange mechanism to block out the sun. Quite meager. There are also some crumbs on it. It probably doubled as his dining table.
Lone, please don't touch anything. The crime scene photographer is on his way.
Sure. An integral part of the crime. A very laborious ritual. Probably the lair of some rodents. Alan?
Yes?
I'd like to know who sent that letter in your name.
I have no idea how to look into that any further. But it weighs heavily on my mind, too. They know who both you and I are.
Yep. This ain't the nicest of neighborhoods, if I remember correctly.
Right. But it is not unheard of to find decent people of lesser means living here for the rock-bottom rent.
Bud looks like your typical run-of-the-mill policeman.
He is.
Also quite the bigot, apparently.
But with excellent hearing, Mr. Carter.
Oops. How's it going?
Good, Lone. A lot has changed since you left. My promotion up the ranks has been quite stressful.
Congratulations. I hadn't heard.
Thanks.
I'll let you know if I find out anything else.
Thanks, Lone. I owe you.
There's some chemistry equipment in here. Served me well in the Kroichak case. This could come in handy. There's nothing else I need in there. The usual mess. Behind this board is a hole that looks directly into the neighbor's room. It seems that not plugging it turned out to be the best choice after all. Bless my laziness. That seems to be what I'm looking for. I can see Foreman's desk from here. Over there is the list I need. I can't get there. I'll have to come up with something else. So many old cases. I should file them all away sometime. Not right now, though. I don't feel like picking it up. A long and thin object. It will probably end up being of some use eventually. Well, more so than merely as a broom anyway. I could always put it back together if need be. It's long enough to reach the list, but it has no way to grab it. A largish test tube. What luck. A perfect fit. Seems to be charged with static electricity now. Bingo. Now to take the list to Calvin.
Hello, Mr. Carter. Where are we with the list?
Here's your good-for-nothing list.
Outstanding! Thank you very much.
The name of the publisher. Now.
Sure. Don't get flustered. Durlithson Press.
Good. Is a telephone number mentioned at all?
005672.
Perfect. As I see things, you still owe me a favor.
That wasn't the deal.
As you saw, I'm very good at small detours from common ethics. Perhaps I could even take some scissors to that little collection of yours and make it a bit larger, piece by piece.
I do still owe you a favor.
Well said, and don't you forget it. Oh, by the way, did the mail already come today?
Nope, no delivery yet.
Durlithson Press. Good morning. How can I help you?
I'm after some information.
Go on, sir.
I need the address of one of your collaborators, William Blanco.
We cannot disclose private details.
Please, it's very important. I'm John Smith, tax agent.
Oh, God. Taxes. Go on.
Let's get right to the points. I'll be needing William Blanco's address.
But really, I can't.
You have a big problem.
But you better ask my boss. Now he's not here.
Just give me the address, and I'll leave you in peace. I think you need to explain yourselves.
Sure. Hold the line while I see what I can do. I'm here.
We'll make sure you all end up in the slammer. Give me the address, now.
I'd be fired if I...
You won't be fired, you'll be promoted. You will have saved your company so much trouble.
Okay, hold for a moment, please.
Hope it works out.
Here's the address. 27 Pickman Avenue. Good day.
Good day to you.
My poor brother. I can't stop thinking about him. Maybe if I just go home for the night and take some time to reflect on all this. But what?
Fortunately, he never had time to turn around before all life left his body. A masterpiece, if I do say so myself. I wonder if Howard has the time to take a look at it. Coming. Come in.
Hi there. I'm Lone Carter, private investigator.
Pleasure to meet you, Lone. How did you find me?
Dr. Armitage told me how to get in touch with you. He said you could shed some light on certain things that have happened to me.
That depends. What are we talking about? But please, go on. And call me William.
Okay, William. I was hired by Armitage himself.
I see. Come in. Don't just stand there in the doorway.
So, bunch of really bizarre stuff went down in Innsmouth. But there's one last thing I just can't come to grips with.
Go on.
I was attacked by a seething mass with thousands of eyes and teeth.
A Shoggoth? So it's all true. They actually exist.
Tone down the enthusiasm, please. It wasn't exactly a party on my end.
I'm sorry. I'm a scholar of the occult, and any information, however horrible for most, arouses my curiosity. Go on, please.
I remember waking up, barely alive, missing an arm and a leg. Then I passed out. When I woke up, I felt perfectly fine and my missing limbs were back.
Amazing. Lone, I wish to perform a small experiment on you. Will you permit me?
Ow! What the hell was that for?
I'm testing a theory, which is confirmed, it seems. Look at your arm.
It's already healed, without even a scar.
You must have escaped the embrace of that unearthly creature by mere chance. It was literally consuming you, but apparently some of its cells invaded your body, and they now seem to repair any physical damage you take. I don't know what the long-term implications are, but for now, it seems you're practically immortal. Amazing.
I might not know much, but this seems unlikely to end well. Is there anything you can do to help me?
Perhaps, yes. But do you really want me to? With such power, you could make a real difference.
I'm not interested in being some kind of hero. Besides, we have no idea how this thing might further evolve. If I were to turn into one of those things here in the city...
You've actually got a point. Lone, do you know Professor Wilmarth?
Yes. He hired me for an extremely strange case. Not as strange as all this.
Talking to him could prove valuable indeed. His knowledge in this field is vast.
Sounds like a plan. How can we get in touch with him?
I have his address. I'll write him a letter explaining the situation, with your permission, of course.
Good.
Let's meet at Miskatonic with Armitage in 3 days' time.
Good day, William. I really gotta go grab some shut-eye. Then I'll have a think about who left this letter for me. Returning to the crime scene might be a good idea. Hopefully I can investigate unimpeded next time.
Damn small-time detective. I hope I won't regret asking for help from that miserable creature.
There's nothing else I need in there. A spare set of lockpicks. A good find. I lost my last pair in Innsmouth. This could come in handy. Nothing of worth. The victim's blood was collected in this basin. Weird residue lay around it, almost like someone drank from it. Looks like they cleaned up the room. It's stuck. Nobody could say this isn't a nice, bright room. There. Now it should work properly. There's a pen here as well. I'll just grab them both. What's that thing? A weird symbol, visible only in the dark, drawn with who knows what. And more to the point, who knows what it means. I can't take it. It's drawn on the door. Yeah, I should be able to jot it down this way, for whatever that's worth. I wonder if William has seen anything like it before.
Come in, Lone.
William, I'd like to ask you about something.
Sure.
I'm helping a friend out with a case. It looks like a ritual murder. I copied this symbol from the door there.
Interesting. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
So you recognize it?
Yes, but it shouldn't be there.
Tell me everything you know about it.
Sit, Lone. I'll recount a story for you. You'll probably have some trouble believing it.
Given what I've gone through, I highly doubt that.
I am a student of the occult, as you may have heard. What I'm about to tell you, however, does not come from mere book study. As you may know, Arkham, much like Salem, is a city of mysteries. Here, over the centuries, many have acted in ways that I would describe as interesting. We don't have to delve that far back into antiquity, though.
I've lived here all my life, but I've never heard of any obscure ancient claptrap.
Well, that's only to be expected, Lone. The people involved in all this keep as low a profile as possible. I only learned of it because my old Miskatonic colleague, Daniel Upton, had the misfortune of getting caught up in the whole affair.
I see.
He asked for my help, but his request arrived too late. I received this telegram from him.
William, I need your help. Stop. I have confirmed that dissidents exist. Stop. I have found one. Stop. Ephraim waits. Stop. Dissidents?
Lone, I must impress upon you that Daniel and I, through our studies, came across this term more than once. There seems to be an extensive organization operating in the shadows and harboring secret knowledge, to which only its members have access. That symbol belongs to the late Ephraim Waite. That is what I managed to learn from the only comprehensible mutterings from what once had been my dear friend, Daniel Upton.
What happened to Upton?
As I told you, I didn't make it in time. All I know is that he went mad and killed a friend of his. I don't know who that friend was. We had been out of touch for some time. He is now locked up in an asylum, but is no longer the Daniel I once knew.
Can I meet him?
If you want to try, go ahead. I'll contact the clinic and ask them to let you in. The nurse and I go way back. We are well acquainted, if you catch my drift.
I caught it, William. What else can you tell me about Ephraim Waite?
He must have been a very powerful magician if he was actually affiliated with these dissidents. My subsequent research led nowhere. This led me to think that my friend's mental health was indeed compromised. Until now. Then you showed me that symbol.
But why involve me? I have to look into this further. It would be best to gather information about this Waite person. The Municipal Archive would be a good starting point. A friend of mine manages it. See you later, William.
See you later. I wish I could go with you, but I have a pressing deadline bearing down on me.
Don't worry. I can handle things for now. Good morning.
Yikes!
What?
Sonny, one should at least announce oneself before barging in.
But I did announce.
Youth these days, all the same. Thinking only of your fashionable fedoras. With no respect for the elderly.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to intrude on you.
You won't get away with being rude to me. I wasn't born yesterday, you know.
Fine, just fine. Is John not on duty here today?
Why are you yelling? No, John was transferred.
Just great. I need some information!
You're still yelling! Please go on.
I'm looking for information on Ephraim Waite. He lived here in Arkham. I'm conducting an investigation.
What was that? There's nothing wrong with our ventilation.
Oh, I'm looking for information on Ephraim Waite. I need it for an investigation.
What do you want to know?
Was he originally from Arkham?
I'll have to go look that up. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure. Ah, here it is. He was a native of Innsmouth.
Did he have any family?
I'll have to go look that up. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure.
There are many construction documents, such as floor plans and blueprints. There's nothing I know of to look up here at the moment. Looks like collections of newspapers filed by year. I need a date. There's way too much material to sort through otherwise. Maybe the archivist can shed more light on this.
Here it is. He had one daughter by the name of Asenath. They lived together. I don't know any more than that.
Where did he and his daughter live?
I'll have to go look that up. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure. Ah, here it is. His last known residence was 27 Regent Street.
Let's talk about something else. I need the lowdown on Daniel Upton. He was accused of murder some years ago.
What do you want to know?
Do you know anything about the murder?
Do you know what year that happened?
No, to be honest.
It's rather difficult to find information without details. The only thing I might be able to do is look up his name. Wait. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure.
It appears the house was demolished in 1917 to build a department store. Well, I guess today I won't risk being arrested for trespassing. I'd imagine it was torn down after he died. It would be better if I asked the archivist lady about it.
Ah, here it is. Not much to go on, but Upton has been in a mental hospital since 1915.
Did he have any family?
Wait. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure.
There's a news article here concerning the murder of a certain ED by someone identified only as DU. Could this be the connection between them? Countless books and documents about the history of Arkham. There are also obituaries filed by year.
Ah, here it is. He had a wife and son, but they no longer reside in Arkham. But Upton has been in a mental hospital since 1915.
I need more information on Ephraim Waits.
What do you want to know?
Could you tell me when he died?
I'll have to go look that up. In the meantime, you may browse the shelves at your leisure. Ah, here it is. October 28th, 1915. 5 years ago.
Let's talk about something else. I'll take a look at the archives.
You can find everything you need to know about beehives on the shelves to your right.
Okay. There's no mention of Ephraim Waits' passing in the obituaries for October 28th, 1915. That's strange. I need more information on Ephraim Waits.
What do you want to know?
Let's talk about something else. I'll take a look at the archives.
You can find everything.
Oh. Ephraim Waite, a prominent figure and well-known philanthropist from Arkham, passed away. Prominent figure. I wonder what he actually did for a living.
I need more information on Ephraim Waite.
What do you want to know?
What was his occupation?
Look, young man, I heard things about him back in the day. I heard he spent his life engrossed in his business interests. He came from a wealthy Innsmouth family, but odd rumors about him abounded.
What kinds of rumors?
Rumors that he hosted some rather bizarre gatherings, not the type suitable for God-fearing folk. Back then, I was quite the hotsy-totsy. And a mutual acquaintance invited me to one of his parties, but naturally I turned down the offer. That being said, I saw him in a completely new light when he funded the restoration of the Christ Church cemetery grounds back in 1913.
I see. Let's talk about something else. I've never been to the Christ Church cemetery.
What?
I have never been to the Christ Church cemetery.
Why are you yelling so much? You can find it in the southeast section of the city. It's an ancient place. Since the renovation, it has lost much of its charm. But at least now, there's not as much risk of taking a brick to the head or being swallowed up by the earth.
Is Mr. Waite buried there?
Most likely. He renovated it after all. But let me go check the records. Well, this is strange. There are no burial records concerning Mr. Waite. This is very odd indeed. I wonder where he ended up.
I should probably take a look for myself at this cemetery Waite cared for so deeply. There's an article about Mr. Waite here. Philanthropy never dies. Arkham Tycoon finances renovation of ancient Christ Church cemetery. The article has a photo of him. Could come in handy.
Halt! Take him down!
What the hell is going on?
Leave me alone. The sea calls me.
Come on, back to his room with him.
Hey, don't hurt him!
Mind your business.
Help! The sea!
Hey!
Excuse me, sir.
What? You treat all your patients this way?
Everyone is well cared for here. Patients try to break out now and then.
Yeah, right. Who was that man?
Oh, he's always trying to get out. I heard he's from Innsmouth. Always raving about getting back to the sea. There's no sea around here. I guess in his mind, he's still in that godforsaken town.
Innsmouth, you say? What do you know about Innsmouth?
I know my brother-in-law lost his job for refusing to make deliveries there, and he was a hard worker. Now, he and my sister can't even make ends meet, what with their 3 children and all.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that. Name's Lone Carter. I'm expected.
Let me just look you up. Ah, here you are. You are cleared to enter.
Thanks a lot. Good job. I hope everything turns out okay for your brother-in-law.
Good morning. Lone Carter?
Yes? How'd you know who I am?
William's description was accurate to the letter.
I see.
My William has a great gift for descriptive writing. Even way before I met him, I already felt I loved him. His stories are splendid. They deserve better than to appear in those cheap tabloids.
I'm here to see someone, Rose. It's a matter of some urgency.
Sure. You will find Upton in the last room in the corridor to your left. We can't allow you into the room, though. Please speak to him through the bolt hole. he can become quite violent.
Tell me about the man they dragged away.
All I know is that he came from Innsmouth and has been incarcerated since before I worked here. He always tries to escape.
I've noticed.
But he couldn't be on the loose. He can be very, very aggressive. His walks are always overseen by maximum security guards. But all too often, they end up as you saw here today.
Thanks, Rose. Tell me about Upton.
There's not much to say. He pleaded insanity after the murder, and for good reason. He spent all his time since then babbling and drawing odd symbols. Like this one.
Thanks, Rose. Anything else?
I can tell you that he has a wife and daughter, but they've never come to visit him. William has visited him before, but not even he stops by much lately. Anyway, he speaks only in groans. He eats little. I don't know how to help you any further, Lone.
Thanks all the same, Rose. The same symbol that was drawn on the victim's door, just like William told me. Tell me about the other patients.
There is little to say, Lone. Once you get used to the hellish moans, it's a pretty quiet job. These poor people probably don't even know where they are. As much as we can, our duty is to try to give them a dignified life.
Yeah, right.
What?
That sounds right, I said. That sounds about right. Later, Rose.
Bye, Lone. Give my regards to William when you see him.
Sure. Hello there.
Yes?
Hey, are you all right? Did they hurt you?
They can't hurt me. Not feel pain. The sea cures all. Oh.
You're from Innsmouth, right?
Innsmouth, yes. Innsmouth. Under Innsmouth, the sea, the reef. I have to get back there. I must get back there! Help me, please.
I doubt he'll be of much use to me. It says uniforms.
Lone, please don't open it. That's staff access only.
What a fright. Daniel Upton? I read about you. Did you kill that man? What was his name? Slow down. Take a deep breath. Wait, what did you just say?
It was terrible. It had to be done. It had to be done. He is not in that grave. He was just the container. Prepared to meet wickedness in its purest state. It had to be done!
Lone, what have you done? Get out, Lone! Please, get him sedated! He'll end up getting hurt!
Edward Derby. This has got to be the name of the guy Upton murdered. He is not in his grave. It had to be done. What does that mean? I ought to head to the Christchurch Cemetery and look into all this further. Excuse me, madam.
Hello, young man.
May I ask you what you're doing here?
I'm here to visit my husband, Sonny. Not much else for me to do with what's left of my life but drag my old bones out here and have a chat with him.
I see. Please excuse me for having bothered you.
Not at all. It's always nice to chat with someone who can chat back.
A good day to you.
Thank you, young man. You too.
Hello.
Greetings.
What do you do around here?
I'm checking on the dead. We wouldn't want them running around loose, right?
Could you tell me anything about the church?
I'm not very religious. Let me tell you, I deal with corpses every day, but that place makes even me shudder.
Where does the forest path lead?
I don't know. I never go there. I heard that someone got lost in there and never came back.
Good day.
Be seeing ya. Given my job, I don't usually say that out loud.
For such a minor place of worship, it sure does have exquisite carvings. Wait spared no expense on the restoration budget. It has 3 engraved on it. It has 5 engraved on it. It has 4 engraved on it. It says H. Phoenix, haunted by his parents. It says Martin Prediger, Alia Iacta Esta. Harmonic 79. What the hell kind of name is this? It says, how dare you? I created you and I can destroy you. Disturbing. It says, Edward Derby, son and poet. Your spirit will always be by our side. I've checked every grave. There's no trace of Ephraim's. This is the grave of Edward Derby, and there seems to be no sign of Ephraim's. I should return later, under cover of darkness. I'll need a helper and a shovel. I could recruit William. He seems to be the type to appreciate a good exhumation.
Lone Carter, how may I be of assistance?
I'm here to see Armitage.
He is not here. I do not know when he will be back.
Thanks anyway.
Mr. Carter, I'm sorry I can't let you in without Armitage's permission.
You're right. Excuse me. gardener's toolbox. I can't open it. It's locked. You still got it, Lone. Although, the lockpick's broke. There's a shovel in here. I'll grab it. Perfect. Hi, guys.
Hiya. What can we do for you?
Have you seen Armitage by any chance?
We haven't seen him since yesterday. Strange. He's almost always here at the university.
Gotcha. Thanks. Until next time.
Good day.
Come in, Lone.
It seems you know the nurse at the asylum quite well.
Yes, we have a bit of a history. She found me slightly unforgettable.
She told me to give you her best wishes.
And I gladly accepted. Quite the woman, that Rose.
Do you know of an Edward Derby by any chance?
No, never heard of him.
It's the name of the guy Upton killed.
How did you find this out?
Upton told me.
You managed to make him talk? But how?
I showed him a photo of Ephraim.
Interesting.
Upton said he was just a vessel, that what he did had to be done. I think there's a connection. I found Derby's grave at the cemetery. There's no trace of Ephraim's.
This does nothing but confirm my hypothesis.
I might need some help tonight.
Count me in, Lone. Do you have the necessary tools?
I have a shovel, but the tomb is covered by a marble slab.
Don't worry. I can bring a crowbar.
Perfect. Tonight, then.
Let's meet up right there.
I can't think of anything else I have to do today. Maybe I should just go lie down and wait for nightfall. I'd better rest up a little before meeting Blanco at the cemetery.